We are what we eat. This statement, if you understand properly, I am trying to explain what this really means and how important it is so that you can take care of your health. So, we are what we eat. Whatever food we eat needs to be processed by our body and take the necessary actions by different organs, different systems in our body to finally give the outcome of the food what we have taken. Earlier, a lot of people used to die because of starvation, lack of food. They didn't have proper meal, they didn't have proper nutrition. Different diseases were because of the lack of food, starvation. But now things have changed a lot. Many people die because they are overeating, they are eating wrong food, they are eating in a wrong way. We all have that love for food or the taste. We like to eat food which is good for our mouth, our tongue, and we get happiness when we eat those kind of food. Even me, till few years back, I used to be a foodie. I would travel any distance if I hear about a good place to eat. It's more about taste, nothing about the quality of food, nothing about the impact on our health when we have those kind of food. I used to eat very oily food, very spicy food, food with different nutrition, processed food, sweets, everything which I enjoyed. It's basically the taste. And the quantity also would be something which, like, I'll be full and still I want to eat. When you are in a certain age, like your 30s or maybe um, mid 30s, 40s, or younger than that, like 18, 20, you can eat any kind of food, and your body is so strong that it can process it, take care of all the damages, and come back to that normal position. Even if you eat like middle of the night and sleep immediately morning, you would be good to have your breakfast. But what happens is, over a period of time, your system gets weakened and you need to be sure that you are taking the right food. So what I have seen is, I have implemented many things in my life. It's working well for me, so I thought I will make this video which could be helpful for you people also. First thing is, see, there are a lot of things nowadays online, promotion of different products, food. See, even I don't know whether coffee is good for health. I don't know whether tea is good for health. There are so many articles, so many advertisements where you will find that drinking tea is like is good for your health. It can help you in fight cancer. It can help you in fight aging. It is antioxidant. It has so much of vitamins, which takes care of many of your problems. Now, see, we need to understand few things. I was just going through some articles and research data. It's not now. I've been doing this for a long time. If you might have also heard, now we used to at our young age, we used to be told that breakfast is the most important meal of the day and you should never skip it. And this was even told by my parents. And we used to have but good homely food, like traditional food, like dosa, idli, puttu, idiyappam. Those kind of food was always made in my house. But in the western world, the developed world, cereals were promoted like anything as a breakfast. Cereals, oats, cornflakes, many things packed, and the industry was booming like anything. There is something called paid promotion. Multi-billion-dollar company spends millions of dollars to promote their products. They don't do it directly, they do it indirectly. For example, if they want to promote cereals, they want to tell people that breakfast is the most important thing and the best breakfast is finally cereals. So that's how it's being done. So first they will tell you that this is very important for your health. I see like many companies which sell different products. They promote the product indirectly. They will make sort of awareness articles, videos, or content in social media, and they would want to promote in an indirect way. That's the way of marketing which happens. Again, all these things we need to know what we need actually. First, we need to understand that. See, for taste, even now also I do eat food which is not good for my health. But again, now I understand and eat. I know that this is not good for my health, but still I am eating. But I'll be having a small portion which I feel that my body would be able to take care of the adverse effects of that food what I'm eating. I was a person who used to have late night dinners, and that would be heavy dinners. There were days when I used to have my dinner by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 9 p.m., 10 p.m. And I just go to bed. Even I used to have parties, alcohol, everything late night and go to sleep. Earlier, like I never had any problem in the morning. I just wake up and go for my normal workouts or whatever it is. But once we start getting like we reach 40s or mid 40s, early 50s, or late 40s, this time your body would start reacting. They would say that no, I am not able to take it. So you need to respect that and make changes in your lifestyle. First thing, you need to understand that you need to eat only what your body needs. You don't need to eat. See, if you eat an extra portion of some rice or some food which is difficult to digest, your digestive system needs to put in a lot of effort to process that, go through your system. That takes time. Your liver, your digestive tract, everything is under stress. They work a lot to process that. Finally, to flush the toxins out, your kidney has to work on that. Your excretory system has to work. So it's like tough job for them. So the less you eat, the the food you eat should means meet your requirements. Understand the nutrients, the micros and macros which you need for your day-to-day activities. By macros, I mean like the amount of fat, the amount of carbohydrates, the amount of protein that you need every day to keep yourself going well. So you need to understand that and eat only what is needed. Because if you are doing that, you are giving or you are making your system work in a, only for the requirement actually. If you are not making them work overtime, you are not overloading them, you are not putting stress on them. So that's something which is key for your health. Once you reach like almost late 40s or 50s and all, you should be very careful about that. So understand what you are eating, understand what your body needs, eat as much natural as possible. Because see, the more the food is processed, many unwanted things are added as preservatives, as flavoring agents. These are all going to give trouble for you. So I would recommend highly to eat as natural as possible, as plain simple as possible. Not too much of sauces, and these kind of things are not really good for your health. Like if you are um, having some rice, little curd, little sabji. Our Indian traditional food all over India, any part of India, you get really good dishes that is really healthy. My grandfather lived till 92. He was very healthy till he passed away. He just had a small something and he just passed. So, what I mean to say is, if we are consistent of what we are eating, if we are knowing what we are eating, if we are eating as natural as possible, that's going to be really helpful. Other thing which I would want to recommend and which I have been doing for many years now is switching to 2 meals a day. Breakfast is not the most important meal. Breakfast just means whenever you break your fast, that's your breakfast. It can be at 10 a.m. or maybe 1 p.m. It can be anytime, like whenever you break your fast. Intermittent fasting is really good. It would do wonders. It takes time. You have to get adapted to that. You have to tune your body for that. Your body takes some time to understand and adjust to that, but once you are into that, you will be doing really good, and you will feel that goodness of doing intermittent fasting. My usual meals is like morning 10 a.m. would be my first breakfast, and around 4 o'clock would be my second meal. Then around 5 I'll have a cup of tea. That's it. Then after almost 16 18 hours I have my next meal. That's like 10 a.m. Like 5 o'clock I close, 5 to 5, 12 hours, and another 5 hours is 17 hours. It's quite good actually. You feel, and you won't feel tired. And I do heavy work in the morning actually. I work in the farm. I go for a walk, or I don't feel any tiredness or anything like that. Other good advantage for me is I used to have bloating problems, acidity, because of my bad food. Uh, when I switch to this 2 meals a day, and I have my last meal by maximum by 5 p.m. or 5:30, or maximum maybe it may go till 6 p.m. for some reasons actually, but at least 4 hours before I sleep I'll have my last meal, and that really almost cured my acidity problem. I don't take any medications for now, for that, and I'm now fine, very much fine. I don't have any problem such that, because otherwise if I had to keep my head raised, because I kept my head raised, I had problems with my neck. So a lot of complication used to be there. Now I don't have that problem. I almost got out of that because of my 2 meals intermittent fasting, and I don't eat uh, mainly processed food actually. It doesn't mean that I am 100% out of that. I do it sometimes, but in a very nominal quantity, and it's not, it may be like less than 2 or 5% of my food. So mostly I would eat fruits, vegetables. Then I do eat eggs almost every day. I have milk tea, I have milk coffee. Not too many. I used to have a lot of black coffees earlier. That was really creating trouble for me. Then I do have lemon juice. I have a drink once in a while. So that's working good for me, and I am finally now thinking about maybe after 4 5 years I may switch to OMAD, 1 meal a day. See, we can do that actually, and that's quite convenient. I know many people doing that, and it may be a big meal if your stomach is able to uh, take care of. I think it's possible. Before I continue, I want to tell you one thing. See, if different people have different health conditions, and having 2 meals a day may not be okay for you. You need to consult with your doctor and understand if it's fine with you, and then only do it, because there would be situations. Some diabetic, I am diabetic, but still I don't have any problem. I manage with 2 meals. There may be people with different kinds of medication, so you have to be very sure that it doesn't create trouble for you. You need to consult your doctor, get his or her opinion, and then decide on this. I think one important thing is you need to avoid many things. Like, I am trying, I have reduced, as I told you, I reduced the number of coffee and tea. Coffee, tea. See, these are products, they are billion-dollar industry actually. So big giants are selling coffee, tea, and acres of millions of acres of coffee tree estates are there. So I don't really know that is it good for health or bad for health, but it's being used for many years. So I have understood that too much of coffee, too much of tea is not good for health. Alcohol, no, it's not good for health. Once in a while having a drink is fine, but too much of drinking, too much of partying is going to cost you. It's going to cost you really in a bad way. So try to avoid tobacco and processed food. If you can come out of processed food, as I told you, eat as natural as possible. But again, people cannot get always fresh food or fresh fruits, or they may have to depend on processed food. But if you can eat as natural as possible, it's great. Have lots of greens, have lots of vegetables. Meat is good, but again, the sauce and everything would be very important. So this is what the diet is about. Other than diet, it's important to have good physical movement, exercise, activities. You need to be very active. You need to uh, have good mobility, walk around or do some exercise, do some yoga, anything. Physical activities is very important. You need to burn calories. You need to understand how much food you are eating, how much food is needed for you. See, if you are a person with very less mobility, you don't burn much of calories, and you are aged, you have grown up person, you are aged, so you don't need to eat much. You don't need that much of calories because you don't burn. So for a just your need, understand what is your need, and you need to take in good calorie, good food, good carbohydrates, good protein, good fat. Fat is not bad for health. Good fat is always good for health, and it's much needed also. And I would again want to emphasize on one very important thing: eat local producers. See, food grown around your place would be according to the needs of the people there, actually, rather than buying imported food or buying something which is from a faraway place because you like it doesn't mean. And maybe that has good nutritional value or everything is there, but I feel that if you eat the majority, once in a while is fine, the majority of the food what you eat should be local producers. That would be good for your health, good for your environment. Even see, local food depends upon the climate, weather condition of that region. So many things are there, so eat as local as possible. That would be helpful. Cooking your own food is really good. I do it. I try to avoid eating outside. Yes, I do eat outside. It's not that I eat because I travel a lot. So whenever possible, whenever I'm at home, I try to eat homely food. Very rarely we go out to have food. So that's what. Eat clean food, eat natural food, eat, avoid processed food. These are very important things, and I am sure this would be very much helpful for you. And even if you are not having diabetes or not having any issues, this would help you to keep your health good, in a good condition for a long time. That's what I feel. So share your thoughts. Would be happy to listen from you, learn from you people also. So that's all for now. Bye. Take care.